The workshop at the Radisson's Grenada Beach Resort aims to address the critical issue of wetland conservation and sustainable use in the region. Organized by the International Climate Initiative, it is being held under the theme Wise Use of Caribbean Wetlands for Climate Change Mitigation and Conservation of their Ecosystem Services. Changes in land use across the Caribbean have resulted in significant ecosystem degradation, including the loss of biological diversity and vital ecosystem services. This issue is particularly pressing for Caribbean wetlands, which require urgent and effective policies for sustainable management. During the workshop, participants will conduct vulnerability assessments for selected Ramsar sites in the Caribbean. These assessments will provide regional government with the necessary knowledge detrimental changes to their wetlands, according to Isaac Bagwan, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture.
The objective of this workshop is to review the project progress and the key achievements during the first 2 years of implementation, that is 2022 to 2023, against the backdrop of the project outcomes and outputs. We also intend under this workshop to be able to confirm the project update, implementation plan, and implementation arrangements, and of course to support efforts by project countries to apply capacity, guidance, and policy advice through the project towards achieving the project outcomes, including identifying opportunities for engagement and collaboration.
The result of these assessments, coupled with the implementation of integrated coastal zone management and maritime planning, will enhance legislation and regulation. The aim is to integrate planning and management tools to improve the management of Caribbean wetlands. Jerka Timlander, Secretary of the Convention on Wetlands, encouraged participants to fully engage with the training.
Now, this workshop will set the project on a path for full implementation during the coming 2 years. It will ensure that it really delivers for countries and supporting them, supporting you in your efforts to meet commitments under the Convention on Wetlands, as well as commitments under the Biodiversity and Climate Change Conventions. We have one day. We have one day in a workshop, and it's followed by a regional training on climate change and wetland ecosystem services over 4 days. Let's use this time really well. Let's use it to the maximum and make sure that we move forward in the best possible way.
Minister for Mobilization and Implementation Andy Williams highlighted the importance of the training and what it entails.
During the course of this week, you will participate in a one-day regional workshop and a 4-day training course under the theme Wise Use of Caribbean Wetlands for Climate Change Mitigation and Conservation of the ecosystem. Caribbean wetlands provide habitat for thousands of species and aquatic and terrestrial plants and animals.
The workshop's outcomes are expected to lead to significant improvement in the management and conservation of Caribbean wetlands, ultimately contributing to climate change mitigation and the preservation of vital ecosystems. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.